Hey guys, it's Aiden, and I'm going to be giving you a quick tutorial on livening up your chords to make a song a little bit more flavorful, interesting, kind of enhance whatever mood you're going for. So if you want a song to be sad, this can make it sound more sad, etc. The mood of the song I'm going to be using as a demo is going to be very pretty and nostalgic, so I want to try and enhance those emotions. So I went ahead real quick and made up a really basic melody, playing around with the pentatonic scale, and it sounds like this. Alright, pretty basic, just messing around with a C pentatonic scale. I borrowed a note or two from the major scale with that B right there, but pretty simple melody. I'm obviously in the key of C. Hopefully you could figure that out. If not, you should probably check out my major scales lesson, because when you look at MIDI like this, being able to know what key it's in automatically is going to save you a lot of time when you're trying to add chords. So I already went ahead and found a couple basic chords. I probably did the most overused chord progression in the world, which I normally wouldn't do, but I'm kind of just going to do that for the purposes of making this video simple. But I went ahead and found a chord progression that sounds nice with it. Oh, hold on. Oh my god. Oh, I have that muted. Sorry. Okay, so I found my four basic chords, doing a really simple 1-6-4-5 progression, which is, I don't know, most people would probably make fun of me for doing that, and it's not a normal thing. I'm just doing it for this video. But so I want to make those chords sound better. I want to make them fit the mood of the song better. Right now I'm just using basic triads. So what you're going to need to understand first, you're going to need to have a basic understanding of how you make a chord in the first place. So I'm going to pull up a Word document really quick and just kind of give you a super quick overview. It's more in depth on my website, but real quick this will just kind of sum it up. So you have a major scale. Let's do C. Hopefully everyone knows the C major scale by heart. But alright, that's the C major scale. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and type out the scale degrees that those would be for each of those. So we have our 1, C would be our 1, in the key of C major, C would be our 1, D would be our 2, E would be our 3, and so on. So the way you make chords are basically built off of formulas. Like, for example, the formula for a major triad is 1, 3, 5. So in any major scale or key, if we take the first note, third note, and fifth note, we get a C major chord, or we get a major chord for that, whatever the first note was. So we want a C major chord. All we do is make the C major scale, take the first note, third note, fifth note, which would be C, E, and G, and there's a C major triad. Minor chord is 1 flat 3 5, so we take C, E flat, and then G. Okay, hopefully, it's pretty easy to understand. Okay, so we want to take these basic chords right here, 3 majors, 1 minor, and make them a lot cooler. So first one, we have a major chord, which is 1, 3, and 5. We can pretty much take any other note in that scale, add it into that, and it'll sound pretty cool depending on what note you picked. So let's go up to my website I have pulled up right here. Under Music Theory Advanced Chord Construction, I have a chart with the formulas for pretty much every chord you'll ever use, ever. So let's look at them. We want to try and find a chord that contains 1, 3, 5, but additional notes. So we have major 1, 3, 5. We need to find another one. So right here, dominant 7, 1, 3, 5 plus a flat 7. Here's major 7, 1, 3, 5 plus 7, minor 7. No, dominant 9 would work. Add 9 would work. Basically, we're just trying to find any 1, 3, 5 plus something. Dominant 6, 6 over 9, tons of chords that would work. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and pick an add 9 chord, because like I said, I want the song to sound nice and emotional and nostalgic, and add 9 chords are usually perfect for that. They sound really pretty and melodic. So I'm going to go ahead and change that C chord to a C add 9 chord. And now it's going to, basically it's 1, 3, 5 plus 9. It's just adding in a D note, but it's keeping the basic 1, 3, 5. Okay, so now we have this. Okay, I want to change that A minor now to make the A minor a little bit more flavorful. So like I said, the formula for a minor chord is 1 flat 3 5. So if I find any chord that with the formula of 1 flat 3 5 plus anything, it should work. So we could do minor 9, 1 flat 3 5, and then it has a flat 7 and 9. We could do a minor 7, 1 flat 3 5, then flat 7, blah blah blah. Pretty much anything you want. I'm gonna go ahead and do a minor 7 chord. Minor 7 chords are very pretty, and I like them. So now we have this. Alright, next one, F. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing I did with C and just make it a 9 chord. Just because I'm kind of running out of time, so I'll rush through this. Alright, and I'll keep the G how it is, just because. This is just kind of giving you an overview of the basic theory behind it. Okay, what I'm going to do is I kind of want to, I don't know if I could raise that up another octave, that might be too high. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to convert that into MIDI so you can see what it looks like. Hold on. So you can kind of see it in note form, which make it a little bit easier to see. Put that into MIDI, raise that up an octave so you can hear it. And then I'm going to do the same thing, but without the extensions, so you can hear the difference. Okay, so then here's it without the extensions. Okay, put that with that, delete that, and here we go. Okay, so here's it with the extensions. Okay, one more time with the volume up a little bit more on the chords. Okay, now with the basic triads. To raise those up an octave so they're in the same frequency level. One more time. Alright, to me this one sounds a lot prettier. Adding in that 9th scale degree is making them sound a lot more reflective. Carries more of a nostalgic value to it. And that's just one example. I mean, honestly, you could take any of these formulas as long as it contains the basic triad formula, 1 3 5 for a major chord, 1 flat 3 5 for a minor chord. You can find any of these other chords that contain that. Like if we wanted that, we could make that, instead of doing a add 9 chord, we could do a, what's a good one? So many to pick from. We could do a major 13 chord, 1 3 5, then add in a 7, 9, sharp 11, and 13, and it would still sound good. It would sound pretty jazzy, but if that's the mood you're shooting for, then awesome. So remember, the key is really just finding your formula and then finding another chord with that formula as its base, and then adding in the rest of the notes. Hopefully that gave you some cool ideas to work with. Again, this is just a suggestion to kind of increase or speed up your workflow, make things a little bit easier. You can have some fun exploring and see what you can come up with. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. And also, it would be super fabulous if you guys could go like me on my new Facebook page. It just started up last week. Facebook.com/Aidan O'Connor Media. I'd appreciate it a lot. And any requests for other tutorials or creativity enhancers, blah blah blah, just feel free to let me know. Alright, see ya.